What is up, guys? We are back with some Fallout 4. I am standing in the downtown Boston area, so I want to quickly go over this T60 equipment add-on that we covered in our last video by Wolflord Grimnar. And he fixed all the textures really quickly. As you can see, no more purple textures on our things. And they took my request to remove the middle monitor for the heavy artillery. They added it as an optional file, so you can see I did that, as well as my buddy here has that. I don't know why he looks so much taller than me, but whatever. Also, they said that the T60 equipment add-on would look better with a mod called Power Armor Remesh, which is what I decided to use right now. It's just a mesh replacer, so you can add and switch it out anytime you want. And I will say that it looks so much better. The T60 equipment add-on with the Power Armor Remesh. As you can see, my T60 helmet looks a lot smaller than it usually does. Well, I don't know about a lot, but it is noticeably smaller, and it makes my my shoulders and everything look much more bigger. We look kind of like 40k Space Marines, you know, so it has that on there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to cover that really quickly. And we're also going to be talking about another mod called the T60F and BOS Knight Paint Armor Rustless Texture by Core Blade. So before I go ahead and install that mod, I just wanted to show you guys the Power Armor right now with the default textures, which I really, you know, they're kind of okay, but I think the rust is like really extreme, especially on the torso right here. Look at all of that rust. I think that is a bit extreme. So yeah, we're basically just going to add a mod that removes the rusty texture, but it'll only work for T60 B through F and the BOS Knight Power Armor paints. It will not work for the Paladins. You'll have to find a separate mod for that. So mod has been installed. As you can see, rust has been, I don't want to say removed, but it has been reduced. As you can see, where the rust used to be, now it just basically shows just a little bit of wear, so you know, it looks a lot less orangey, and the paint overall just looks like it's a bit brighter. But I will say that it is a huge improvement over the rusty look. I would have preferred it for him to just look, you know, kind of like maintained, or you know, like slightly new, but you know, this one works, so this one is really nice. So I lined that babies up just so you can get a good look at how they look. So basically, you know, it just kind of like buffs up the shoulders a bit, maybe the chest a little bit, and it makes the helmet a bit smaller. So T45, I think it looks okay. T51 is okay. There's another mod that does something like this similar, but I think it does it a little bit better, so you could probably place that over this. The T60, which is my favorite power armor, honestly, I don't like it. I think that the original model is a bit better. However, if you're using the T60 equipment add-on, it definitely does look better if you use the remesh. The XO1, you could hardly tell the difference. The only thing really different in the hair is like just the whole dang torso is scaled up a little bit, and the helmet is scaled down slightly. I think this one has the least like bit of changes to it, and the T60 the most. I just feel like up between the shoulders and the helmet, it just looks too exposed for me. You know, it's just too exposed there. But like I said, if you're using the T60 equipment add-on, then it looks great with that. But if you're not going to use that, then don't use it. Alright, so coming back over to Nexus, we're about to jump into another Power Armor mod over here called Power Armor Jetpack Separate Slot. And this is basically going to take the jetpack and just, you know, make it so that you can add it into a separate slot, so you can use it alongside of something else like reactive plates, or maybe a stealth boy, or a medic pump, or something like that. Now, I thought to myself, why would this author even make a mod like this? Because there's already like more power armor mods and power armor over modded, things like that. So they said that it should be compatible with a lot of other mods as long as it doesn't replace the jetpacks mesh. I'm not exactly sure. It says it somewhere in here. So I just want to try this. I do have power armor overmodded in my build, but we're just gonna see if we could put this in here, because if I use T60 equipment add-on, I can add like another upgrade. Let's say I want my bandoliers and pouches on my chest. If I do that, then I won't have access to a jetpack. So it's like I have to pick one or the other. So maybe with this mod, I might be able to have all three. So we're just pretty much going to download this and see how it works in game. Alright, so here we are in game. I'm going to hop out of my suit real quick, and we're going to check this out. Every time I try this on camera, it refuses to let me out the first time. Okay, so here we are. We're going to come down to our torso, and we're going to check right here to see if anything is conflicting or if anything is working. Okay, so we have our miscellaneous mod. We still have access to this. And we do not have access to our T60 equipment, I don't think. It's not showing. Yeah, it's not here. It also appears to have taken my piece off once I jumped in. Yeah, it took it off, and even on his equipment is gone too. He had the missile thingies. So this mod conflicts with T60 equipment, but let's just check it out anyway while we're here. So what this is gonna do, like I said, is gonna give your jetpack to a separate slot. And here's the thing, it's actually gonna rename the jetpack to thrusters. I think that's kind of annoying, to be honest. We've been calling it jetpack for so long. I think to call it thrusters is actually pretty annoying. But the author did say that if it annoys you, maybe they'll make another plugin. I think the optional plugin should have been to call it thrusters. I think, like, you know, it's just not a good look. That kind of bothers me. Anyway, so like I said, you'll be able to have the jetpack and still be able to add like another miscellaneous. So I still have access to I could throw a jetpack on top of a jetpack, but I could use Tesla pack, I could use emergency protocols, I could use the ground pounder like so, which is one of my favorite combinations. I like to use these bandoliers with the jetpack at the same time. So there you go. It works. But like I said, it doesn't work with T60 equipment add-ons, so we're not going to keep this. Okay, so before we bring it home, we're actually going to bring it home literally, because we have a mod called Sanctuary Undercroft, and this appears to be, well, it's a settlement mod, but it appears to be like a copy of the railroad facility, the railroad headquarters, and it is placed in Sanctuary. So it has like a shooting range inside. It has, you know, the PAM area, and then, you know, I love this image right here because it kind of shows you where it is. You know, there's the workshop for Sanctuary, and there's the sewer lid to get inside the entrance. You know, some of these settlement mods don't show you exactly how to get to it, so that can be a bit frustrating. So we're just gonna jump inside and see how it is. I really like these type of settlement mods, the ones that have the interior already done and then you just have to build within it. Alright, here we are in Sanctuary. So apparently, I think like I hit the mod limit, which is kind of weird because this current build that I have is 50 less plugins than my last build. Anyway, I had to quickly take this Sanctuary settlement mod and flag it as a ESL flag. So anyway, workbench is right there. The settlement is right here. The manhole is right here on the ground. So we're gonna go in here. This is my first time doing it. I'm doing it blind. So let's go in here. Sanctuary Undercroft. So inside, we come inside right here. Yeah, pretty simple. You got your things right here, your corners and everything. So I'm not exactly sure if it's the same exact interior as the railroad, but you can see like it's the same inspiration. Like the models and the textures are the same. So let's activate this workbench real quick, see what we got going in here. Okay, so we got a fuse box that gives off 700 power, which basically means this is pretty much going to power the entire thing. You should never have to place a generator, which is really good. So, Ghost, stay frosty, yeah?
Let's crack on, mate!
Alright, we'll wait for the terminal so I can use it. Okay, so I couldn't get that terminal to work. I think I did something wrong. So I think I'm supposed to go here, select the subject. Let's say I want to fight an Assaultron. I want to fight just one because those things are deadly. And I don't know what the shutter control is. Let's just open it real quick. And after we do that, I think you hit the button right here. Oh my goodness. Okay. That wasn't an Assaultron though. Alright, let's subject type. Let's try a Deathclaw. Quantity 1. And deactivate sterilize the turrets. Okay. Now let's hit activate.
Oh well, what do we have here?
Well, alright, so it's it's like a torture chamber. Well, I can't get this to work, but at least I got the settlement. The settlement is nice, and I guess if you just want to, you know, kind of like just watch somebody suffer, you could just do that. Alright, so I think it's a great settlement. So that's going to do it for me on this video. All of the mods that I have used in this video today were available on Nexus. I will try to link them in the description below. Thank you all for watching. If you're still here, I will see you all next time.